Hello, everyone. The frequency forecast for August is all about letting go, adapting quickly, and opening yourself to receive the abundance that's going to come your way. This is kind of rapid fire change in the month of August, and I can kind of hear some of you out there going, oh, no more change. But change is good. Spirit loves change. Our bodies love everything to stay the same, loves to stay in our comfort zone. But we're not going to achieve this kind of higher states of consciousness by remaining the same. So in this video, this is all the things I'm going to be talking about. My name is Nancy Rebecca. You can find out more about me through my website at intuitivemind.org. But I am a full-time psychic, have been a full-time psychic for 25 years. I've really kind of devoted my life to studying the health of the dynamic human energy field because I'm also a registered nurse. But for fun, last year I kind of started doing these little frequency forecasts for myself, and then Spirit asked me to start sharing them with others. So here we go. I would say that the theme of August is kind of like in the movie Nemo, Finding Nemo. Remember, Ellen DeGeneres was the voice of Dory. Dory was the little fish that said, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. And that is exactly what it's just kind of like going into August with this really little cheerful attitude where we just keep swimming from one moment to the next, 1 hour to the next, sometimes one day to the next, but you just keep swimming, you just keep swimming, you just keep that attitude up, you keep your chin up, you stay cheerful, you stay happy, no matter what's happening, you let go, you adapt to the change, and then you receive the abundance that's around the next corner, filled with adventure. That's exactly what Dory was about. But when I asked Spirit to kind of share with me this frequency of August, immediately I was shown the symbol of the frog. The symbolic representation of the frog is all about adapting to change, being able to let go, experiencing the losses, but turning around and experiencing the new abundance that comes from letting go of what you've just lost. So I love the example that Spirit gave describing the egg of the frog that's laid in the egg sacs. You've got thousands of little frog eggs that are tucked under the water's edge, just under the safety of the grasses there and shallow water in that safe little egg sac. And each little frog egg is surrounded by this thick, nurturing, nourishing layer to be able to feel nice and snug and safe and cozy as you're this little tiny frog egg. But then suddenly that outer edge starts to thin, it becomes smaller and smaller, but the little frog is now turning into a tadpole. So it's letting go of the safety of the sac that's around the outer edges, but it's gaining the abundance of this tadpole tail so that it can start swimming freely, going into all kinds of new adventures in that shallow water on the side. But then eventually that little tadpole starts losing its tail. So it goes through another loss. And that loss, as it absorbs its tail, it starts to grow webbed feet. So it's kind of suffering a loss of its tail, but it's gaining the abundance of its webbed feet. So now it can adapt and grow and be able to go onto the land. So this is exactly what you and I are going to be experiencing in August, where we're going to be kind of going through this quickening, this kind of rapid fire of letting go, adapting to the change, and then receiving the abundance, the new gifts that come available to us. I often will say that what I have learned as a psychic in these 25 years is that if I go through trials and tribulations, and believe me, in 25 years I've gone through, you don't even want to know all the trials and tribulations that I've gone through. but I've gone through enough to notice a pattern. And I'm an Aquarius. Aquarians love to see patterns and systems. And what I've noticed is every time I've come through some sort of trial in my life, Spirit has a gift waiting for me on the other side. Now, often we will think of gifts as like real tangible sorts of things, like a new house or a new car. But my gifts came in the form of new psychic abilities, new intuitive awarenesses, new kind of stronger connections with my higher, more ascended self, new abilities to communicate with guides, new abilities to communicate with my loved ones on the other side, a more grounded state of being, a more embodied state of being. So those are the gifts. Every time I come through kind of a hard time, what I know is that there's always a gift on the other side. So last year, I'd been diagnosed with cancer, went through surgery, chemotherapy, radiation. The first thought I had was, boy, this gift I know is going to be a big one once I get on the other side of this. So this is what August is about. It's about kind of being able to let go quicker, noticing a loss that you may have, being able to let go, quickly adapt, and trust and know that spiritually some good things are coming, or new ways of being, maybe just kind of a stronger sense of self, a stronger sense of confidence, maybe, more frequent levels of joy and happiness. I love that sense of contentedness, of feeling content in life and just feeling abundant, no matter what else is going on in life. So if you could just take that symbology of the frog that Spirit beautifully shared with me to share with you, if you could just keep that in mind, or keep Dory, the little fish, in mind, that's going to really help you kind of keep your head above water and just keep swimming through each day in the month of August. It is about enormous abundance. So there's going to be these rapid changes, but big changes on the earth. So it's not just happening for you, it's happening for the whole world. So I don't know about you, but I'm looking for some good news. I'm looking for some really to see some positive things that are happening on the planet. And so I'm hoping in August that we have some real tangible things that we can witness, so that we can experience the truth of what August has in store for us. I'm kind of looking at my notes as well. So the frog is known in Chinese medicine as the favored one, the god of wealth. So you can expect August to be that kind of that vibe, that frequency forecast. It's all about major transformation. It's about that rebirth, resurrection, and adaptation. But for rebirth to happen, you have to be able to let go of the old. And as humans, that's probably one of the biggest things I help people work with as a psychic, is to be able to let go of relationships, let go of a job, let go of an old way of being, let go of old patterns. Man, do we as humans struggle with that. So August is really going to put us through our paces, but we have some great examples to follow to just keep swimming. Let's see. Spirit told me that for those of you who've been spiritually developing, for those of you who are super excited that we're moving from a third dimensional reality to a fifth dimensional reality, for those of you who just cannot wait for that unity consciousness, that collective consciousness to vision forward for a much better, peace-filled, harmonious life for all of us, we're going to be okay with August. August is going to just seem like the coolest thing on the face of the planet. However, what Spirit's saying, for those of you who have been doing your personal process and journey and self-healing, where you might find some of your biggest struggles in August are going to be those relationships around you where others around you might not be so easy to let go, adapt, and adjust. And what Spirit is saying, that our patterns in the past has been to kind of slow down our own spiritual process and growth, to wait for those that we love so much to be able to catch up with us. But what Spirit is saying is, nope, in August, you need to just keep swimming. In August, you need to just keep adapting. In August, Spirit is saying, you need to be modeling healthy, energetic behavior so you can show, I just spilt that milk. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm going to clean it up. Let's move on to the next thing. Or I just went to the grocery store and I just forgot my purse. Oh my goodness. Let's head home and get the purse. Or, it's just like adjust, let go, adapt, receive. Let go, adapt, receive over and over and over again. Really being able to laugh about it. I can't even tell you how many times yesterday I was moving in one direction and another direction completely shifted my gears. I just found out that a deadline that I thought I still had 3 weeks for, I had 6 hours for. I had looked at the dates wrong. And I just had to laugh. And I'm like, well, I believe in miracles, so let's see what we can do. And I was able to fulfill that deadline. So that's what August is going to be all about. During August, water is going to be your friend. Water is like a soul. Water is very sacred. But in August, anytime that you can be in the water, floating, kayaking, boating, swimming, wading in, just soaking your feet in, or maybe drinking a lot of water, doing a water detox cleanse, you're going to get a lot of bang for your buck, because water is really going to help you smooth out all those places where you need to be able to let go. Just let water know, hey, I need some help here letting go of this situation. And then you just go for a swim and you just leave it all behind. Water is a highly intelligent being, loves to be in service. I talked about that 12th dimensional service heart. That's what's still continuing here in August. If you haven't had a chance to read my blog post or watch that YouTube video, go ahead and go back and take a look at that. It's going all the way through August 23rd. Our heart chakra is going to be highly influenced by that 12th dimensional service heart, showing God's love through action. The spirit realm and this human realm, we're going to have our ups and downs. And what Spirit has been showing me is that August 1st through the 5th, there's going to be this quickening. It's like, yeah, we're going to have ups and we're going to have downs, but it's not going to be high highs and it's not going to be low lows that we maybe have experienced in 2020 and maybe in the beginning of 2021. It's going to be high, low, very rapid. What Spirit was explaining to me, it's like a woman who's going through labor, where she may have a contraction that's uncomfortable. She's going to breathe through it, and then 20 minutes later has another contraction, but she has that 20 minutes to rest in between. August 1st through the 5th is going to be that quickening, almost, right where before the woman's going to push for that new birth to take place. It's almost like the contractions are on top of each other. So Spirit was kind of showing me an image of up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So it's like, let go, adapt, let go, adapt, let go, adapt, breathe, 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 breathe. So it might be just a little intense, the 1st to the 5th of August. But hey, isn't it wonderful that we kind of get this heads up? So we don't kind of overfill our schedule. We allow ourselves some time to let go and to adapt. I've already told you August 1st through the 23rd is where we're still going through that 12th dimensional heart, those surges of being in service, where our heart chakra is going to enhance to be in service. After August 23rd, Spirit is saying That's where it's like a centrifuge that's been at this high 12th dimensional speed. It's going to slowly slow down after August 23rd, kind of come back down to that third, fourth, fifth dimensional realm so that our heart chakra can adapt to all the changes that we experienced during those 12th dimensional surges. Then Spirit wanted me to specifically mention August 13th through the 15th. So there's just a 3-day, small little 3-day period of time there. Spirit was saying it's going to be kind of like hitting a reset button. I love how my Spirit communicates to me, which is through symbols, images, little videos, examples. So the example that Spirit gave me was a blow dryer. And I don't know if you've ever had a blow dryer on for an extended period of time. It gets overheated. The coils of the blow dryer get so hot that all of a sudden there's a little pop and it completely, all the electricity goes off. It's like the little, what do you call, when the breaker box switch goes off? So anyway, it's got a little internal breaker box that flips off that says, whew, there's been way too much intensity this month already. So it flips off. So what happens is you've got to unplug the blow dryer, you plug it back in, and you push that little reset button. And then when you turn it back on, it works again. The little fan comes on. So what Spirit is saying, August 13th, 14th, and 15th, it's kind of like on the planet. There's going to be these astrological changes that are going to help shift, kind of poop, hit that little reset button, help everything kind of calm down, cool down, settle, shift. So when we kind of plug back in spiritually, tap back in, we'll be refreshed, ready to go through the other changes for the month of August. Now, remember I said the Spirit said the 1st through the 5th would be kind of intense, but after the 5th, we're still going to have the ups, the downs, the letting go, adapting, receiving abundance, letting go, adapting, receiving abundance, but it's not going to be at that rapid fire quickening phase like the 1st through the 5th. So we can all just kind of breathe through it. Now, before I finish up this video, I just want to mention that August 8th is the Lion's Gate. It's reported every single year by astrologists as a very large portal opening where we can expect big things to happen. I asked Spirit, I said, you didn't mention anything about the Lion's Gate portal on August 8th. I thought that would have been the star of the show. And Spirit just said to me, August 8th, Lionsgate portal opening has no influence over this August frequency forecast. It's not going to give, it's not going to take away, it's not going to change the information that has come through. So they're really saying, absolutely, you can look it up, and if it resonates with you, absolutely. Kind of listen to the guidance that's coming through from some of your favorite astrologers, but Spirit really wants you to focus on this enormous transformational time of August, thinking of the story of the frog from the egg to the tadpole to the adult frog, having to let go, but having so many gifts at the next level of transformation, only to have to let go again, but having so many more gifts abundant to the frog in the next level of transformation. And it's like keeping our head on straight as we're going through those same transformational changes. So I know when I reflected back on a year ago, I had just received my first dose of chemotherapy, and it was kicking my butt. We had beautiful sun, beautiful skies, but my skin couldn't tolerate being out in the sun, so I had to stay inside. And then on top of that, up here in the Pacific Northwest, we had enormous fires. The smoke, I could barely see the houses across the street. So even though we had nice warm weather, had to keep all the windows in the stuffy little house. And then on top of all of that, what did we have? A global pandemic. So it couldn't really go anywhere. Had to always be super careful with my immune system. So if I just think about last August compared to this August, I'm already happy. I can let go of last August. I can adapt to this August, and I can receive the abundance of health that I have this year that was questionable last year. So I hope that you can all do your own little life review and be super excited about August. We are stronger together than we ever are apart. Our spirit loves change, our body not so much. So talk to your body, let your body know that, yeah, we're going to go through some more changes in August, and I'm going to just let your body know I'm going to be right there with you, holding your hand the entire way. So just to let you know, I've got a special on my home study program. It is a virtual online program. You truly work in that program at your own pace until August 31st. I'm offering a special of only $600 for the entire year. What is that? $50 a month. I am currently rebuilding, kind of doing a little upgrade, a little facelift to that program. So once that new program is launched, you're going to be grandfathered right in at that old price. So I promise you will want to take advantage of that. You will love this program. So that's it for me. All right, everyone, take care and enjoy this beautiful summer, and adapt, 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 let go, let go, let go, and just keep swimming, just keep swimming. All right, take care, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and click subscribe so that you can receive my videos every single week. All right, take care.